will never get used to hype music coming in, man. Again, can we add that to my real life? Just some music. Every time that I come into a room, just have some music playing so I can feel like hyped about myself. Or maybe we should just do it for everyone like they do in Major League Baseball when they have them have their walk-up music. We can have our walk-in music. Anyways, we have Limitless Hoops, and I'm John Sanders here, ready to go. If you're here, please check it in the comment section. I see Teo Trujillo. What's up? All right, we had a lot of stuff this weekend and a lot of stuff this week coming up here, so let me just get right to it. All right, first things first is our tournament. How did the tournament go? It went pretty well. We were in two of the games, and then we got blown out the last game. But the first game we won, but that was a bad team. But I like that we mix in the grade levels because it makes every game kind of a hard game. I mean, it's always gotta be tough. Like those guys, I don't know if you guys can see it. Those guys compared to like Derek and to Declan, but Derek was more so because Derek is like bouncing off of them. Those guys are huge. Like those fifth graders that our second graders play against, they might as well be monsters. Like go ahead and just say that like Derek was my size. All right, how big was their big guy? Twice as height? I mean, almost twice as height. So like, okay, Derek is playing against a 10-foot, 11-foot guy. That's how big this guy is compared to Derek. And how much does he weigh? I don't know. Derek weighs like 70 pounds, 65 pounds. This guy probably weighs like 160. So he weighs 2.5 times as much as him. So again, if that were me, that's bigger than Shaq. That's a guy way bigger than Shaq, and Derek has to compete against this guy, all right, which is just going to make his games more easy at his level, or in a couple of years when we play him at his current level, or when he's fourth grade, we'll play him at fourth grade, all right, and it's what's going to make those guys amazing. But what Teo is experiencing playing against fifth graders with a whole team that is younger than he is, that is tough. That is tough. All right, and I don't know if like that last team actually had players better than Kieran, because it's really hard to see. I mean, if Kieran was on that team, but I do know that those players stood up to Kieran, and I do know that they were like definitely on his level. Or were they better? We don't know. All I know is that if you switched one of them, I'd rather have Kieran than those guys. Speaking of the devil, all right, what's up, Kieran and Declan Louth? All right, so it's hard to judge. So that's why I judge by your attendance. That's why I judge by your effort. That's why I judge by your homework, because I'm putting you guys into impossible situations. You have to understand that so that you don't lose your mind, all right? Because it is better for the future, but it's going to be so hard now. It's going to be so hard. Now, we have done this with a kid who might make the NBA, all right? And it wasn't even that high above his grade level. He was the best player on the court. And we gave him players that were like, comparable. I mean, I guess he had a sixth grade girl, sorry. But still, it was him out there, and he was almost in tears. Jamari Phillips, like he was in tears, like saying how hard it was. This is like a top-rated ESPN level player that was playing with us in Atlanta and in Oklahoma City 2 years ago, and he was in tears. That's how hard this is. That what we're doing, that the top players in the country can't do it. So you have to realize that what you guys are doing is something special. So great job. All right. Let's go with the next thing is Jam Basketball coming up this weekend. All right. We'll find out our schedules. I think we're definitely going to play this weekend. And then our older players, the high school, goes out of town the following weekend. But the local players, the younger players, they will still play the following weekend as well. And most teams don't want to play this weekend because of Easter. But some teams do want to play. We are the team that does want to play. We have the teams that do want to play. All right, so we're going to play on Saturday. They say that they'll be able to schedule us, but we'll see if there's other teams that want to play us. So, but just put a pin in Saturday, please. Okay, so heads up. Then we got this. Okay, how does this happen? This happens to Kobe Bryant as well. Was it like 1 second on the clock? How are 4 guys guarding him? This will happen, but it happens to great players. And for our team, it just happens to like our older players. All right? And I got to show you guys, especially since I have you two exactly on there. I got Teo, I got Kieran. You guys were the ones getting triple teamed. And this is the situation. I wish that we have it on film, but we'll get to filming stuff later. But here's basically what it looks like, okay? So We have you dribbling the ball up the court because you got like a steal or something like that, and you're coming up the court. You cross half court because even though you see two people, you just cross it, and then they just learn that you're not going to pass it. Well, maybe because you have like bad teammates or small teammates, or because you can't see. I don't know. So then a third person will come to you. You literally have three people around you. All right. Now, I'm not telling you to pass the ball in the backcourt like this, because that can't happen. You're sprinting so fast that you're actually beating your teammates because they're slower. All right. I am saying though that you need to either not cross half court because you're sprinting, and there is no like shot clock violation. We're not in a 10-second count thing in the backcourt. So it's like if you think that you have it, sure, but as soon as you see like two people on you and they happen to be better than you the whole game and faster and stronger than you the whole game, probably be like, I'm not in a good position to go. And you should have a person behind you right there, so let's make sure that we have that person behind you and a person in the middle. But we also need a person to be straight ahead. All right? That's what's going to happen. What we have right now, we have no one on this side. No one is straight ahead. So even if you did back out, we're in a bad situation. No one's in the middle. All right? And we do have people behind you, but it's a whole bunch of people behind you. So you need to see this before it happens. Now, with that said, again, if there's three people on you, oh my God. Yeah, you should probably pass to one of these people. But what will you guys do with it? I mean, because you have this guy, probably, is he being guarded? Is the back guy being guarded? Well, we don't know because we're going too fast. All right, so we don't even know if he's being guarded. But let's say he wasn't open. Well, now we have an even bigger mismatch, and you guys should be able to at least get a shot off on one guy. All right, so when in those situations, you can't be too hurried. You have to see stuff, and if you break the press by yourself, just stop. I mean, I think that you're good enough to retreat dribble against two people before it becomes three people. All right, so you can even like allow these guys to come down the court. Can you throw this pass? Well, no, and that's the issue, right? All right, but even with that said, if we take off these people, let's just take them off. Take off this guy, and these guys don't exist. To tell you the absolute truth, this is what I want. I want it to be 1 against 3. I want you to get the ball stolen from you half the time. I want you to figure it out. And I'm stealing this from all the soccer players that grew up playing futsal. And they were like, I felt like I was getting triple teamed my entire career because the court or the field was so small and the ball was so heavy. And then when I got to play soccer later, I was like, what? This is easy. So I want you guys to get triple teamed. I want this to happen. I want you to be in struggling situations. I want it to be really, really hard. And as much as you're working out, it's not going to be hard if you keep working out and keep getting better. If we have a team full of fourth graders who are also working out, we're just going to be the best team. And then you won't get even better. All right? So I'm looking to get better than great. All right? Screw regular great. All right? Regular great is you guys working hard and you guys succeeding in these games. I need you guys working hard and then us taking it to a whole new level by having you guys fail during these games. So that's a tough sell. I understand. But you guys are doing fantastic with this so far, so keep it up. All right, moving on. We got, besides the quadruple team, we have the YouTube video for the day. Yesterday's YouTube video was on Jerry West on how he was depicted in the game or in the show in the something winning time. Today's one is how we handle injuries. If you want to see how we handle injuries, you can check that out, the behind the scenes footage. Basically, we give kids dolls that have the injury replicated. I think that's such a cute idea. I don't know if we're going to keep it up, but maybe. I like it. I'm not begging for you to get an injury, but know that if you have an injury, we have your back or your foot or your leg or your arm or whatever you hurt, we got it. All right, and that's about it. So let's move on to our quote of the day. The quote of the day brought to you by Limitless Hoops. Start living. All right. This is a quote that more old people like to use. All right, but there was this filter, man. This filter got me. I'm not one to even go on Snapchat. But it said I had like an update. And I was like, what? So I opened Snapchat up, and this filter was the first one. It's an old man filter. All right, and I was like, oh, let me click it. So I click it, and those filters are amazing. And it made me look like dead, like a 70, 80-year-old man. And it plays this like music, like it was like this country song that was like like the hourglass will soon be gone and like all this stuff, and I was like, dude, oh my God. And all it reminded me of was I got to get working. I got to make my dreams happen. I got to do this, man. I'm going to be dead one day. I know it might be like 40 years away, maybe 4 years away, who knows, right? But I got to do this. And one day I'm going to be old. And like, it like really just like drove that point home to me. You got to start living. All right? Let me put my finger correctly right there. You got to start living. All right? You got to, I can't even, you got to start living. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, seriously, that's really hard. But yeah, no, start living your life, the life that you want to live. And like, live as if you were dying. I know it's a cliche country song as well. A lot of country today. But yes, man, like, you all have to like live and live and live. Don't like waste your hours playing video games and like just like being bored and stuff like that. Go out there and like just do something amazing and become something great. Even if your greatness is like right here, whatever, you reach your greatness that you could ever imagine reaching. And basketball, whether you achieve greatness in that regard or not, it's a fantastic way to reach greatness in like real life. All right, so please do that. Quote of the day: start living. Itinerary, por favor. All right, we have future stuff, scare shots coming up here soon. Whoa! Then tiered free throws and birdie euros, around the cone spot shots, pick and roll against the drive, 180 tangent for shots. And then in the past we did judgment shots. Those went well. 7-minute shooting. Still can't get people to do that in droves online. Cops and robbers, pump fake to escape dribble, battle ropes, and backboard alley-oops. Tonight stuff is twist passing, no look passes, one-on-one defense only, closeouts to slides, mid-post series, and post progression. When we're doing post progression, balls up, one step toward the middle, hook shot. One step toward the middle, spin back, hook the opposite way. One step toward the middle, fake spin, come middle. And the last one is pump fake, one step toward the middle, pump fake, and then rip through, and then get it with an up and under. All right. For the mid-post series, you spin the ball up from the block, catch the ball in the middle, jab, shoot your shot, jab, inch back, and then sweep under for our layup. Same exact thing. Instead of going for the layup, go for the spin move. Same exact thing. Instead of the spin move, you go for the fake spin. Those 4 moves, both sides. That's mid-post series. As for the rest of them, no. We also don't have no-look passes. For no-look passes, we're going to dribble, fake it with our eyes, fake it away, and then pass it back without our eyes. So it's a step-by-step process. We're doing that as well. Then for the last 3 of them, I suppose we can just watch those online right now. Where are those? Nope, that's Start Living. What is this? No, how do I get to that? Chrome. Got it. Let me switch that to I wonder. There it goes, right there. All right, so this is twist passes. All right, you're going to bounce the ball one side, rip the ball through. You're going to rip the ball through hard. All right, you're going to bounce it and then rip it through like you want to elbow 27 people behind you when you rip it through. So you're like that. All right, and then you make the pass, and you just twist your feet the entire time. Okay, you guys can back up as you feel necessary. You can also face the same direction, like toward the wall in this instance, with just one ball and pass to the side. All right, so there's 4 different ways to do this twist passing, and we do these twist passes off of our penetrations, so that the person in front of us doesn't steal the ball because we're passing the ball with our correct hand, but we also going to twist our body and pass our hands like this on the side. All right, that's twist passes. Then for the next one, we got one-on-one defense only. Your goal is to score 10 points, but you get a point every time that you stop them on defense. All right, so we're going to switch it up here, okay? You want to be on defense. All right, you want to be on defense, and you want to score. Because the points that you do score, those points, like when you score a basket, that only gets you to play defense. Alright, so we're switching the game of one-on-one around, and the goal is to 10. And I want you guys to think that way, because you should be like defensively minded, basically, and wanting to stop someone and figuring out how to guard them. Watching your first episode, taking pride in defense. Alright, as for the last one, this is closeouts to slides. As they close out, what to do? You go like that, make sure that you step it the right way, slide to the sideline, slide to the baseline, and then you're back in line. Make sure that you sprint out. Make sure that you take choppy steps with your hands on the inside like that, going outside. All right, so that's the last drill that we're talking about. What are we talking about for the homework? Anyone posted homework this weekend? I doubt it. Come on, please. Did you guys? Cannon did. Diagonal pro-op on the third, and then we got Taz right there too. Nice job, you guys. Athletic spin to reverse. Oh, you guys are totally stepping it up. Fantastic job, everybody. Doing his Phil Handy workouts too. The homework triple cross repeat. So we have a new month. And our new month for homework. What is the month for homework? Let me read it in this book here. All right. It looks like it's triple cross repeat, but I'll just check. All right. So we got April. We are past March. I'll check the homework for tonight. The homework for last month was weak hand shots. Will anyone turn in the homework, print it out? Did they focus on all month long? Is your weak hand shot amazing now? Who knows? But April's homework is triple cross repeat. Cross the ball over in front of your body 3 times, then cross it between your legs, then cross it behind your back. To repeat the drill the other way. Perform this drill 1, 2, or 5 minutes per day for the entire month and track how many days you completed the task. Well, there you go. All right. And the month stuff is, let me see, the monthly quote is, to have a rainbow, you must endure a little rain. I love that quote. It's so true, too. And then we got our movies and stuff like that. We'll talk about those in a second. Where are we going? I think we got the story of the day next. So let's go with that. What is the story of the day?
The only way to prove that you're a good sport is to lose. So when those days occur, be sure to take the challenge head on by shaking the hands of your opponent, by not blaming your other teammates, by not hanging your head in despair, and by getting back into the gym to work hard towards another day.
You know, I've always been amazed by pro athletes that get back into the gym like 2 weeks later. That is commendable. It's amazing because they had just been through an entire 8 months of working out their hardest, 9 months maybe, who knows. And then they go deep into the playoffs, and then they lose in heartbreaking fashion. And then you hear stories where they're right back at it. All right. Yo, you guys coming off of high school basketball have been slower than that. And high school basketball is nothing but 3 months. And it's not as hard at all. All right? So, imagine these people, man. That mental strength is amazing. And imagine just having, one sad game and coming back the very next day. The very next day, you're going to come right back at it. That mental fortitude is amazing. And I'm totally inspired by that. And Caitlin Clark, I thought she handled herself extremely well. I was so pulling for her, and then, she did all that stuff. She wouldn't let the girl get in her head with the whole thing like that, trying to get her back. She kept turning away. That was cute. But you know what I would have done? I think I try to do this as much as I can. Because I do find the humor in life. I think I would have given that girl a pound. You got me. You got me. It is what it is. I wanted it with all my heart. I'll probably cry after this, but you beat me. And you always give people their props. And I think what I did in high school, when I won my state championship, one of them, I did this both times. Everyone's on the ground crying and screaming with the trophy, and I shook the other team's hands. Because they needed someone to tell them good game, dude. It's a game. But at the same time, I was happy that we won. It's cool. I still have those rings somewhere, right? But I don't know. It's just... what this says is the only way to prove that you're a good sport is to lose. And in life, you want to prove that you can handle losing. You can handle winning too. You can handle everything in life. But you're not going to find out if you can do that until you lose. So when you do lose, that's an opportunity to show how you're going to handle this loss. All right? When I got divorced, the first thing I said to myself was, "Oh my God, how is John gonna handle this?" That's what I said to myself. It was I was interested. It was like a movie. I was like, "Oh my God, is he gonna break? Is he gonna smile?" Because I'm always so happy. Yeah, and I think I handled it pretty well. How are you gonna handle the bad times in your life? All right. So when those days occur, be sure to take the challenge head on by shaking the hands of your opponent. I'm talking to you, Colorado Hawks. didn't shake my hand. I'm still remembering that. I'll never forget that. Worst thing ever done to me. I've had a charmed life. And by not blaming your other teammates, don't blame them. If you don't blame your teammates and you take all the what is that called? And you take all the blame. Yeah, there you go. If you take all the blame, you also afforded all the glory later on. So if you score 50 points, you lost by 2, be like, my bad, I should have scored 53. And then when you score 2 points but win, be like, that's all me again. It was my passing. Oh yeah, I was killing it. Oh yeah, I was all on the defense like this. I was doing my thing. It's just, I'm the glue guy. I'm like Draymond Green. I don't need to score. Like that kind of stuff, right? So take all the blame so you can take all the credit. It all evens out. And then the last one is by getting back into the gym to work harder toward another day. Yes. You go right back on the horse and go again. Or if you happen to not be horse riding, then you get back in like the gym or on the field, and you can do that. Because don't take a horse onto the basketball field. That's stupid. It's just a saying. Understand what I'm saying is like not real life sometimes. All right, but yes. So it's all those things, and just to be the strongest person that you can be and be portrayed as that person, it's an amazing thing. All right. Anyways, move on to the movies of the day. All right, we're going to start with the 12th grade one because this is a new month. I don't think anyone's watching these movies besides Noah, but it's someone. It's a start. Let's keep going. All right, I'll keep saying them. It is what it is. All right, the 12th grade movie of the month. Do not watch this one if you're a young kid. It is crazy. It's a psychological thriller called The Fan with Wesley Snipes and the Meet the Parents guy. Robert De Niro? Yeah, Robert De Niro. Then we got 11th grade, Diggstown, one of my favorites. 10th grade, Goon. 9th grade, Finding Forrester. It feels like I just talked about these movies. Like, we do this show like once a year. We talk, but it still feels like it was just like yesterday. Time flies, man. Time flies. All right, 9th grade, Finding Forrester. 8th grade, Hardball. I almost said handball. 7th grade, Creed. I just saw Creed 3. I watched Blue Chips and posted it last month. Oh, you did? There you go. Good job. Maybe you get a coin. All right, we'll pass out some coins tonight. 6th grade, The Hammer. 5th grade, Dodgeball, a true underdog story. 4th grade, 8 Men Out. 3rd grade, The Express, the Ernie Davis story. 2nd grade, The Big Blue. And then for the 1st grade, movie of the month. I don't know if you can hear my drum roll or not, but I just did it. Yeah, I did that. Here's the movie. It's The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Okay, I still have never seen this movie, but I didn't know that they were like dunking like this in the movie. Or these they can't be real game clips because the court's so funky looking. But look at what they're. I mean, this is like the 70s, guys. They're like off the backboard, going doing dunks I could have never done, like the little cradle one. I never could do that. I mean, these guys were balling out. I think that this is a decent movie to watch, but basically, in the movie, the gist of it is this team in Pittsburgh, obviously, they have a star player that no one likes, and their team sucks, so everyone wants to quit. And basically, no one will play against this guy. And then this dude gets this idea of this, like a water boy gets this idea. Not that he could play. No, the water boy gets the idea of looking to the stars. And basically, he looks up the zodiac, and he tries to get everyone with the same zodiac sign on the team so that they could gel with the best player who everyone hates. He's like a prima donna. And it works, basically. So that's what the movie's about, but it has all these stars in it, from the NBA, and it has actual NBA players. Dr. J was in it. Meadowlark Lemon from the Harlem Globetrotters was in it. There was, I don't know, a whole bunch of people are in this movie. But, let me see. Who else was there? Marv Albert, Chick Hearn. So, the cool thing about this is that I'm actually trying to do this. I'm updating the website, and not yet, though, but I'm adding a personality type for each team. It's not quite zodiac, but it's like, which personality are you? And I give the Bucks a personality, like rules of life, hunt or be hunted. But this is a selfless, dependable group of athletes who value stability, tradition, and hard work. And you know whether this is you or not. These are 16 different types of people. All right, loyal, hardworking, athletic, and most likely to take charge in most situations. You know that, like, some of you guys would never take charge. So this isn't the team for you. But I'm going to designate you guys to one of 4 teams in your area. All right, and I gave my personality type to the Stars. All right, to 50 All-Stars, where our team is comprised of unique, independent, and highly analytical leaders determined to reach their long-term goals through structure, competence, and perpetual movement or improvement of themselves and those around them. All right, that's so our program, and that's why a lot of people, it just doesn't fit them. Right, when you can be in a program with everyone that kind of fits your way, you guys can go faster. It's like nothing's working against you. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's so funny that movie is just like this. So because of that, I'm going to have to give this movie more stars than I ought. Although I haven't seen it, I mean, it's probably like a 38, 39 star movie. I'm going to give it 42 stars now. It's going to get a bump up because it's basically copying my plan in retrospect, because they did it like 50 years ago. So maybe I'm copying their plan. But either way, I'm giving The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh 42 stars. Watch the movie, you first graders, or perish. Anyways, moving on. We got our trivia question today. Now, with the Final Four going on, I made sure that the trivia question was about the Final Four. Last month's winner is Kieran Louth, like always, but he barely won this time. Beat Tail by a little bit. Who's going to win this month? All right. The question for this month is, I don't know where it is. There it goes. All right. Here's the question for this month. All right. Who is the San Diego State all-time assist leader with 590 assists? Who is San Diego State's all-time assist leader? Who is it? Who could it be now? That's a song. Who is San Diego State's all-time assist leader? Whoever gets the most points gets a coin for the month. Anyone can answer. Parents can answer. Kids can answer. Homeschool people can answer. I don't know. Anyone can answer. Just put the answer in the comment section. It'll pop up here somewhere like that, and then we'll know who answers the first. Whoever gets it first online gets it. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who is San Diego State? They just made the NCAA finals with a last-second shot by this dude named Butler, and the announcer was like, "They got no offensive players on the court. They should call timeout." And this guy was like, "Crossover, pull up, swishes, come at me, baby. Who's offensive player now?" Anyways, Tony what? Tony who? Come on, you gotta finish it up. You gotta put his last name, man. It could be anyone, Tony. Now, man. See, you're really messing me up here. I mean, like, so who gets the point? I know you meant Tony Gwynn. You confirmed Gwynn. He put it right in between. I'm gonna give it to Teo, but next time this happens, it's the complete answer only. I don't care what you do. I'm gonna give it to Teo only. I mean, just because it's like, you never win anyways. So there you go. Making it harder for Kieran and his family. So that's a point for you. Yes, it is Tony Gwynn. And the funny thing about that is, of course, Tony Gwynn is a Hall of Fame baseball player for the San Diego Padres. And he's also, like, when he was playing, he was like a chubby dude. And you're like, wait, he played college basketball? Wait, he was one of the better players of his college basketball team? Wait. He was the all-time leader in assists in his college. It's so random because he was so good at baseball. Like, he could hit the ball anywhere. He's like so accurate, like, with his hitting. It's crazy how great Tony Gwynn was. But, and like, you know, just a chubby-looking regular guy. But I guess he was probably skinnier. He could dunk in college, things like that. But still, it's crazy that Tony Gwynn was a big-time basketball player in college. All right, last thing we got here is Wembanyama. I don't know how to say his name yet, but yo, this is kind of special, honestly. Like, this is really crazy. I mean, you get Wembanyama shooting a three-pointer.
It just wants to get used to the physicality of the game.
And, I mean, step back, shoots a three.
His skill set is, wow.
Yo,
that's just amazing.
I mean, some people like to say, some people like to say that Larry Bird catching his own miss and switching hands in the air was pretty good. Yo, this is crazy. This guy's coming to the league, guys. What are we gonna do? Hopefully he doesn't cross Giannis or LeBronus. Because he's kind of skinny, but I didn't say this about Chet Holmgren. This guy's gonna be a problem. This guy is special. Like, that's crazy. Like, that is really, really crazy. Anyways, that's all that I have. Don't forget that the quote of the day, guys. I'm like taken aback by that, by the way. That is unbelievable. All right, start living. And if you don't want to start living, then start dunking your 3-point misses. You get two options. Either you start dunking your 3-point misses, or you can start living. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Coming to the workout tonight. We only have the workout in Broomfield, I believe, but I'll see you guys then. Oh no, in Denver as well. Yeah, we got 2 different workouts going on. All right, see y'all soon. Peace out.